The federal government has over time been criticized of not being proactive enough at enforcing policies or listening to the plight of the people. As well-developed countries struggle to combat the deadly coronavirus that has killed over 1 million people globally, Nigeria is also faced with the Herculean task of managing an overwhelmed health sector amid this pandemic. The passports of those who do the required COVID-19 tests after arrival at the airports have been seized, with the police ramping up violators of the COVID-19 protocol after the ban on nightclubs. There is still much that needs to be done, both on the part of the citizens and government, to curb the spread of the disease.
The government said if you congregate in any club or in any social gathering, more than certain percentage of persons or number of persons, you'll be arrested, and police have been effecting arrest, and we have seen them being paraded on television. But you, the government, is now clustering people, giving them a deadline within which to register for the NIN. The government cannot in any way thrive in hypocrisy. If within a period of how many years, since 2012, according to you, were able to register 45 million, according to you, from that 2012 till date, you are now asking over 120 million to register within 6 weeks. Is that policy, right? Is that policy humane? Is that policy reasonable? Does it have any logic whatsoever? So I'm saying I have to go to court, in order to say, please, we are violating these people's rights to live. Right to life is a fundamental human right. The moment you put them in this risk, and eventually they contract this dangerous virus and they are dead, you have violated their right, which the Constitution itself guarantees.
With regards to the NIN registration, that was not a good one on the part of the government. If you are talking about flattening the curve of the pandemic, then you have to ensure that all areas are looked into. So I think that's an area that calls for the government to improve in. But the fear is that we do not want to go into a lockdown, and a lockdown may not be totally preventable if we do not, as individuals, take responsibility, by following all the guidelines and protocols the government have put in place.
Meanwhile, back at the NIMC centers, people are still cramped up outside the gates, waiting to be called in for the NIN registration. The rush is more due to an existing deadline imposed.
I was told to come today. I woke up 4 a.m. I came, I wrote down my name. That was at about 10 minutes past 5. Until now, we're still here. I wish the government can make things far easier than this. See the crowd. Most of us, we didn't sleep. I've not even eaten, not even water to drink. The pain is too much. Some mothers, they came with their children. Elderly people, they are all here standing. And we are just here in the sun, no chair to sit, nothing. The government should at least try and make things better for us.
Lagos West Coordinator Olumide Aremu braves certain efforts done to handle the large crowds waiting to be registered.
We have done our part, and the only thing we can do, because we don't have control over the gates outside, so that's why we have to ensure that the security guys are always on ground. And we notice that most of them don't even wear their nose masks. You have to keep telling them almost every time to wear it. So what we do is to filter it from the gates. And then when we have control over, we call insiders to enforce the COVID-19 protocol to the fullest. What we do is to register their names down, and we give them a particular date for them to come.
As COVID-19 cases rapidly increase, one wonders what the fate of the masses will come to if a lockdown is enforced. Rita Omodia for Galaxy TV News, Lagos.